much for joining us today on Soul Tribe channel, where we help empower empaths to come into their empowered space. Today we have Sonia Katwani with us, and she's going to share her twin flame journey into her empowerment. And Sonia, what is it that you do?
I'm a Bollywood dance and fitness instructor. I'm a model where I believe to be a role model and empower people. And apart from that, I'm a business entrepreneur also. And I am into healing. I meditate by doing chakra meditation, and then I heal people using the crystals by healing their chakras. And basically, you can call me an energy healer and a tarot card reader, and also a twin flame coach.
That's amazing. What a list. And did a lot of this come out from meeting this twin flame connection?
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of like opened
So
you up.
part of it came before, as in like I started meditation before meeting my twin flame, and that's how I met my twin flame. And I was guided too at the right timing. But all the other aspects, like getting more deeper into spirituality, that came after meeting my twin flame.
That's amazing. And when
Yes.
did you become aware that you had met your twin flame connection?
Okay, so I have dated many guys, and I think he was one of the special one because the first thing that he was concerned for me, and I felt that the other guys were not concerned. They were more concerned for themselves, and he was more concerned like when will I get married, and why am I not trying to get married? I should go and date more people. Even if I get rejected, it is okay. Carry on, be positive and move forward. And so that's when I felt that okay, that was the first you can say the first what you can say that kind of calling, like, oh, okay, this, or you can see a caring person, someone who is like really caring, and that voice inside me is like, oh, this guy is different. So that sense, that calling was there, like, okay, this guy is different. And apart from that, why I felt that he's the one is because when I gazed at his eyes, it was really the first time I was very shy. So when I tried to look into his eyes, I quickly hid my eyes downwards, like I was very shy. But as I tried to go deeper, I could gaze all the way, so deep that I just don't want to stop looking at him. And that was a magical experience to actually feel his soul. The connection was really strong.
So you had
Yeah.
like the first time you met him, there was an initial attraction.
Yes, there was a very intense energy that made me feel very comfortable with him. I could open up with him. I could talk anything under the sun. I didn't have to be conscious. I felt that, whatever's in my heart, everything is out. And the way I am, I can present myself. I don't need to dress up by putting makeup and or there are times where, we women, we go to a parlor and then we want to dress up and just make sure that we look the very best in front of a guy. But in front of him, I was like, I'm coming in slippers, or, I didn't go to a parlor or anything. Just be the raw me.
Yeah. Isn't that
Yeah.
funny, right? And it's funny that we just have this knowing inside of us that, some people you feel like you have to put on this facade, but with your twin flame, you feel completely at home. It's like this comfort.
Yes. You feel that sense of completeness.
Yeah.
It's like that completeness you're looking for in, throughout the years as you meet many different, potential partners.
Mhm.
But somehow it just doesn't happen, and it just you just feel that it's life doesn't allow you to go further with someone. And even if you are in that kind of a relationship more than a friend, it doesn't last more than 2 3 years for me. I mean, the maximum I probably dated one guy was 7 years though, but it was a distant relationship. Like the universe didn't allow me to be with him closely. And that's what made me realize that actually it's our energies that are way apart. And so that's when I decided, like, okay, move on in life. And then whenever I met any other guys, I think hardly you could date for 1 year to 3 years, kind of a span. Yeah, that kind of journey where you're still soul searching because you're looking for that one particular soul that, even if you're going to make love, the feeling has to be very passionate. That you can be with that person forever.
And how long have you known this twin flame?
I met my twin flame in 2016 October, and then as I was in this, so he came in my life as my business partner, and then when I figured out that okay, he's my friend, and the irony is that I introduced him to his wife and they got married, and I know him 12 years back as he was my ex-boyfriend's best friend.
Okay.
And we were getting along very well as friends. Like the understanding was there, and it was so nice that someone that can understand you without you actually telling that person how you feel, but that person can actually know exactly what you want and how are you feeling at that point of time.
It's a very telepathic connection.
Yes, very telepathic. And I think it's kind of a very strong pull. Like no matter how much you try to escape from the fact that you try to be with this person, and the more you try to go away, somehow the universe actually brings you towards this person closer and closer, because they are trying to actually make you realize that it is that another part of you. It's a totally different part of you. Yeah. It's like it's like one soul in two bodies. Two bodies, yeah.
And really the purpose is to merge us into our wholeness, right? To become ascended masters.
Yes.
And did you have any dreams of your divine counterpart or premonitions, interesting synchronicities that triggered you to ask yourself what was happening?
Okay, so what happened is when I was actually trying to avoid him, because the reason is because I was guided by a psychic healer saying that his soul was desperate for me. And I felt that, okay, this is wrong. I should just run away, because he's married and I shouldn't be with someone who's married. And I should just, just get away of all this. And the more I tried to run away, the more the universe was bringing us together. And then I was given signs and synchronicities. Like I had a dream where I saw my shoulder on his I saw not my shoulder, sorry. I saw my head on his shoulder. And I felt like, what am I doing? Like, why is my head on his shoulder? And then I woke up, I burst out crying. Because I felt like, why am I seeing him in my dream? Why can't I see someone else? But I also see my soulmate in my dream. So, but that's a different story again. But why am I seeing him suddenly, at that point of time? And then what exactly happened is like signs like 1111, 2222, numbers will come in front of you, 333333, and then you see all the angelic numbers and you're wondering what are these numbers all about? And then later you try to understand them. So 1111 means like ascension and your twin flame. And then 2222 means like, oh, okay, you're going to meet him soon. It's a sign to actually let you know in advance that you're going to meet him. And then 3333 is Trinity. So, like, okay, it's connected to God. And then, so while doing all this homework, right, I got deeper and deeper into the connection where there came a day where he actually asked me, is there anything higher than a soulmate? Because he was also soul searching. And that's when I realized that, oh, I should go and check this out. So I started, finding out what is more than a soulmate. I asked around and stuff, but no one had an answer. And then I said, okay, let me go through. And I think I was just browsing my net some days, after he asked me that question. So some days later, I was trying to browse the net. And then I realized, right, that, oh my God, that actually there is such a thing called twin flame and it ring a bell. And that's when I also remember my uncle actually telling me that there is a twin flame, and twin flames are like, the luckiest people get to actually experience that journey, and, they are really blessed. And I was like, okay. So there was a point of time also before I met him, a thought came in my mind, right? God, what's happening? I can't get along with my soulmates, but maybe you can send me my twin flame. Okay, I need someone who just love me compassionately, unconditionally, and understand me. And I don't want to be lonely. That kind of thoughts were coming in me, but obviously I was not voicing out. It was just inside me, in my heart. That kind of a thought.
Yeah.
And then I think it manifested because after that I met him, right? So it manifested. And apart from that, to confirm he's my twin flame, I also did a twin flame test online, and we both scored very high. And not only that, to confirm, because sometimes you can't trust online,
Yeah.
whatever they give you online. So he told me, what if I'm your twin flame? And that was before the twin flame test. I said, no, you can't be my twin flame because I have a different expectation of a twin flame. Like, because in my mind he's married, and why should I be with a married person, right?
Mm.
So then that's when he said, okay, let's do a test. And I'm like, what test? So he started asking me questions. He said, I ask you one question, you ask me one question, and then we answer each other. And it was so shocking that whatever he asked me, I answered, and whatever I asked him, he answered, were all in sync. So they were matching.
You guys knew each other's answers.
Sorry?
Did you guys know each other's answers?
So basically we had the same answers, like who is my favorite star, and then it turned out to be his favorite star, or which music do I like and which song. So he's also connected to that song. And then like I love dogs, he loves dogs too. And then like so many things in common. Yes.
Yeah, it's so amazing. And the thing is, at that point, did you recognize that a twin flame helps you break through all your fears? It's your mirror?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so you were aware, but you were just kind of...
Actually, that awareness came at the later part of a point where I started connecting to other twin flames. Mm-hmm. When they explained to me that this journey is not necessary to be with your twin flame, but it's a journey where you come to union with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's a journey of self-love. Mm-hmm. And the more you love yourself, the more you get connected to your twin flame deeply. So this happened actually when I started reading up more on twin flames, and then I started watching YouTube videos to learn more. And then I started also chatting with different twin flames to get an idea what exactly is a twin flame all about. And then that's when the journey became more intense. Like, I realized that they even pushed his wife away. The universe pushed his wife away just to get us closer. And it's not around the reason of getting closer is to be physical or what. It's more of a healing intention where the chakras, when two souls are there together, you feel a sense of completeness, sense of peacefulness, and you feel that your chakras are also balanced. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of triggers are there in you. What I would say is that like we have. He's my mirror reflection, right? So whatever are his flaws are mine, my plus
Strengths.
points.
Yes.
And whatever are my flaws are his plus points. So
Yeah, it's
that's
like
why we learn from each other.
yeah, you finally feel this sense of wholeness. And then
Yes.
when the separation comes, then you start to bring that into your world on your own. Right?
Yes.
So it's a very empowering connection, right? To feel that, because you're not going to understand what wholeness is until you freaking meet that twin flame connection. And you're like, holy shit. Like, I've never experienced any feeling like this in my life. Like heaven on earth.
It's an amazing feeling. It's a feeling that, when you don't need to take drugs and you're high on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's that kind of feeling, right? Where I had a dream that I always wanted a tattoo. And I became so fearless that I said I will do a tattoo on my back. And everyone told me that it's going to be very painful. I said it doesn't matter because this means a lot. And I had a Shiva tattoo on my back.
Yeah. And it's
so
funny because once you meet that twin flame, that other aspect of you, and you come into the separation, there's nothing more painful than that either. Because you had a piece of the feeling of wholeness, and then it's ripped apart from you, right? So now all these fears that you have to go through are difficult, but you've already experienced the most intense pain ever, that all these other things are doable.
Correct.
Right? And it's so funny because, from a 3D perspective, we judge these fears, but when we start to heal them, we start to experience every aspect of the fear. So we finally surround it with this love of compassion and understanding for everyone involved, everything involved. So it becomes, a very intense process of really getting close with those fears and understanding them, right?
Yes. I think once you get into separation, right, you realize that, okay, whatever you have actually gained from your twin flame during the times that y'all were together, why not utilize it with the people you are staying with? Try to also empower them so that they can also grow and they can come out from their comfort zones. So what exactly happened is when I was with my twin flame, right, it was a very painful journey because it's a very intense journey. And this journey, right, it's not only about, being with your twin flame and, being in a relationship. It is more about, more intense in the sense that when you're trying to understand yourself in the journey, because how are you actually facing those triggers and how are you actually dealing with the triggers, and in that journey you learn a lot of patience and patience, how to actually heal the triggers and to understand the triggers. That's the most important thing. So how I was actually healed was my meditation techniques that I used. Basically I follow chakra meditation. So I keep doing meditation, different kinds of meditation to heal the chakras. And as I go deeper and deeper, I also get a guidance from my intuition. And I also use candles, to light up my room so that, the ambience is very cozy and calm and very peaceful, where my downloads are easily accessed. Yeah. And at the same time, I do tarot readings.
The energy of the candles.
Yes.
Helps bring spirit in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
And I also release a lot of negativity also using the candle. I believe in different colors of candles represent different chakras. And at the same time also I use tarot readings to actually get the guidance to where my life is leading to. And I realized by doing that and helping people with tarot reading as well, I actually gained a sense of confidence in myself even more. And I was manifesting my dreams one by one. And apart from that, whatever triggers I was having, I was actually handling them on my own and trying to understand why these triggers were there. And then when you forgive yourself for going through those triggers, and that painful journey that you've been actually torturing yourself over the different lifetimes. And then when you come to a point where you just get healing over time, you learn how to be patient, you learn how to be compassionate, you learn how to be you just try to send unconditional love, because no matter whatever the situation is, he's married. I've even faced his wife. I've even got this question from the wife, like, are you having an affair with my husband? And I think that was like, okay, how do I actually take care of this scenario? Because I don't want to break them up. It's a spiritual connection. So obviously I had to, say a white lie kind of thing that, no, nothing like that. You just be rest assured, he's yours. But, deep inside you're like, okay, divine, guide me.
Yeah.
Because you need a closure. Because it's not necessary that he's going to be yours. You just have to move forward, because you never know, a soulmate might come in my life, which I foresee a soulmate coming in my life, because I would rather be with my soulmate, because a twin flame is so intense that sometimes it's like a push and pull. The more you run, the more he chases, then the more you chase, the more he runs. So it's getting very irritating in that sense. So I rather be with a soulmate, and then my life is actually more less intense.
And that's the thing, like with a twin flame, they've been with us throughout many, many lifetimes, right? And
Yes.
it's not until we recognize that there are twin flame, we're at this level of consciousness where we have this awareness, where we recognize them, and that's when the healing starts. And that could take, a couple lifetimes before you come into, like, before the femme comes into their full empowerment.
Yes.
Right? And you have to be in your complete wholeness before these connections ever come together. And it's usually your last lifetime, and then you ascend after that, right?
Yes.
So
correct.
That's a thing.
So I had a dream, Tracy. I had a dream that I saw him in my past life, and I was actually wondering, like, there was an unresolved issue, like, because of finances, he couldn't actually support me then. So the cycle actually gets repeated.
Yeah.
And that is what he's going through now, financial issues, and I am actually okay. With God's grace, I am somehow supported well.
Yeah.
By my family, by my friends, and people who I love.
And that's because that's his fears that he has to break through, right?
Yes, so that he has to break through that karma by facing his karmas.
Yeah.
And for me, and now I am just going through my journey, my soul contract, where I need to help people. So that's going on. And so let's see. But I just find this really interesting, because when spirit guides you, when you get guidance in your dreams, like, okay, so he was your lover in your past life, and there's this Atlantis where he was one of the psychic told me that he was drowned then, and you were survived. You survived that flood where he was actually drowned, and he passed on. So and then when they told me that I was also a tarot card reader then, and it automatically ring a bell.
Yeah.
Like, oh really? And then that's how slowly I get connected to I felt like looking, what is a tarot card? And then you slowly go and question yourself. Oh,
Did
this
you
is
find
it.
you connected with it very quickly?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was so fast.
That's what
I
happened.
didn't even need to learn it. It was like something that just told me that this is it. And when I touched it, I just knew it. And is this one time my friend actually told me, you can, I'll take a tarot card for you. And I said, yeah, please do a reading. And when she did my reading, I swear I was so in love with it. The angel energies are so magical, and you feel so calm. And that's when I felt like I want to order my own deck of tarot cards, like without any fear. And then that's when I started ordering different kinds of decks of tarot cards with the help of my god brother. I'm really thankful to him. And then slowly I explored different kind of crystals, and then slowly it went on, into spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the main thing about my journey was how to actually handle the emotions that you were going through like a roller coaster, and then coming to a point where you actually forgive each and everyone for everything, and the most importantly, you forgive yourself, and you give yourself to live life again. Like, you want the best for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What do you find have been some of your biggest breakthroughs on this journey?
So I think the biggest breakthrough was when he asked me, like, because there was this business conference where they took us deeply to our dreams. So the whole session was about dreams. And I think that's when he made me realize that I have dreams. And when he asked me the question that I mentioned earlier, that is there anything higher than a soulmate? And that's when I realized that, okay, there is such a thing called twin flame. But apart from that, I think he made me realize that I have to fulfill my dreams. There are dreams that are not, fulfilled. There's so many dreams. It's not only my dreams, but it's also connected to my family. Like, and also my identity. I was very afraid to use my real name, because I felt that it was really old fashioned. My father named me. And then, when my parents were divorced, like, I have a lot of different views about life. Then I was very negative, because after the incident happened, but he healed me in a way, like, I think that 4 years were really healing. It's a therapy of healing. When he was with me, everything was going very smoothly and very positively. And he told me that, my father is my father. No matter what happens, I have to forgive him. And I think soulfully, ever since I was brought up, because you don't have the presence of your father. My grandfather was my father. So I was not really connected to my father so closely, because since it was more than a distance the way we stayed. But I think after I met my twin flame, he showed me a different perception of life, that we should just love everything and everyone. And slowly I started falling in love with my own name. I started realizing that, my father is my father. I started giving more. I started treating him as mine. Yeah, like it's just like he's mine. Like, and it's not only that, because in Singapore also the culture is a bit different, right? Because over here, like, everyone is like, okay, you stay in your own pigeonholes, and then, you mind your own business, that kind of thing. You don't have that kind of love, bonded kind of relations around you, like your neighbors and all. So I think I learned a lot. Like, after becoming a twin flame journey, now I started treating my neighbors like my own. So if they don't talk to me, I will approach them and I'll talk to them, because I treat them as my own.
Yeah.
And then you learn about how to be more passionate in your life. Like, you feel you want to live every moment with so much of passion and love. It can be for animals, it can be for nature, it can be for people, it can be for yourself.
And what's so amazing? It's the simplicity of this that heals the world.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As all these divine femmes, or empathic, I like to say empathic energies, meet these twin flame connections, it opens them up to their divinity, to come into their divine femme. And that's what's leading the way in the healing. Something as simple as, the love for yourself heals and creates love in the world.
Very true.
Right?
And that also reminds me, like, many years back, when I think I was early 20s, right? I was always attracted to another world. Like, I used to get attracted to, a sailor's world. And I used to feel like, okay, so why am I getting attracted to people not from Singapore, right? Because you have so many, you know, uh, friends, you have so many, relatives, and they're all like from Singapore, right? and your friends, you can have in that circle also. But I always felt that I was searching for something, and I was not complete. And I always got pulled. The universe always brought me to that world to try to find him. But it didn't happen then because I think my energies were wrong. They were not in the right.
Right. You have to be at a certain
Right.
vibration
Yeah.
to bring this
You
in.
need to be at a certain energy level to understand what exactly you are actually looking for soulfully, and what is your soul purpose and what is your soul contract.
Yeah, when you
So I
start
found
asking
this
those
matters.
questions, it comes in. So you were
Yes.
drawn to, did you say like sailors or?
Yes, because he was a sailor.
Oh, so then you
like,
found out
there
when you
was
met him that he.
yeah. So I met him, but he was my ex-boyfriend's friend, and it turned out to be like I didn't know that I was with him, but I was not as his girlfriend. And there were many incidents where, his hand will be around my, like when we all friends, we sleep together, like, just as friends, you hug each other and then you just lie down, that kind of thing. And then you doze off as friends because we were teenagers then. So the hand will just be, the hand just comes on the shoulder like this, while sleeping, and you don't realize that why particular my on me. It can be any other friend, right? The hand can just slam on anything, but it happened like that. And even after knowing that he was my twin flame, like when I actually opened up to him, telling him about my dream, where I was actually, my shoulder one was in my head was on his shoulder. So I felt, why is that, how would I hesitate to tell him? But I didn't hesitate because I felt that I should speak my soul truth. And I just told him the truth, like, hey, listen, this is what happened. I don't know how are you going to take it, how are you going to judge me, or whatever is going to happen, but I just need to tell you my soul truth. And I think that's when, when we try to reflect back, like, okay, that, when I look at photos also, like to make sure that he's my twin flame and I'm not in the wrong track, I saw that, he's away from his wife and he's closer to me. His hands will be around me like a buddy, like someone really close to his heart. And not any other human beings there. There's so many other women also, but it was only me. So that's why I felt that, okay, or during business meetings, accidentally our legs will clash each other and my shoe will drop off. So that kind of small things that happen that make sure that, oh, okay, so this is also one of the signs that we are getting closer. Because you try to understand why is it happening.
You guys had been separated for 12 years, you said? Was it 12 years?
Yeah, that was when I was with my ex-boyfriend, and then when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, and then I moved on. So obviously I wouldn't keep in touch with my ex-boyfriend's friend, and I introduced him to his wife. So I wouldn't want to stay in touch, because for me, like, once I've already gone out from my past, I just move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so basically, what was the initial meeting like when you guys, was it random how you guys met?
It was really, really random because what happened is, after 12 years, right, I was in a festival. It's called a dance festival. And I was playing some, dancing around with some dance sticks, they call it dandiya. And what actually shocked me that he was exactly there at that point, and he was also dancing around. And when I saw his wife, and I was like, oh my god, she's like, not even saying a hi or hello. It's been 12 years. I mean, if you see someone that you have not met for so long, you should at least say a hi, right? But I think she was in her own zone. And for me, I was like the bubbly one, like smiling away, but it didn't work out. Like, I think it's just the energy. I think it didn't match because she was in a different zone. And I don't know, but when I bumped into him, I felt like an angel right in front of me because he was wearing a pure white. They call it kurta pajama. It's like long, long kind of a cotton shirt. Not actually a shirt. It's a kurta. Kurta means like that Indian attire, like a long kind of a shirt till the knee length, and you have pants over it, like pants under it. So it's like it's very interesting. It's an Indian attire. You can go and search what's kurta, and then you'll get to understand. And then when I saw him there, and just right behind him is a goddess Durga statue. So I think that reminded me that, oh wow, so that was the very first time I met him after 12 years. And that was the thing that I saw exactly.
And isn't it was because that's what it brings you into, your goddess energy.
Yes. And apart from that, I also confirmed if he's my twin flame by also making sure that I may ask the balloons to show me signs, like, because I saw a YouTube video and they said that if you ask the universe to show you balloons, if it's a yes, if he's your twin flame, ask the balloons to show you a yes by showing you balloons. And that very next day when I went out, I saw balloons everywhere, and that's when it triggered, oh yeah, I had asked that question. So that's the reason why I'm seeing balloons everywhere. And what is so magical about this relationship is like it brings you to divine path, so you get to go to the most holy places. So I went to India with him in this time of point where I went to visit a very powerful Durga temple. It's called Vaishno Devi, and to my understanding, he has never been there with his wife because that place only divine timing and divine calling. So it happened that both of us ended up there, like taking blessings from that temple. And not only that, like we have been to many other temples also together to do meditation. So basically that was our ascension timing, where it was more of my ascension, but he was tagged along. Because with my energies, he was also being pulled forward toward the light. But somehow he always preferred the darkness. He preferred to be in that world where you just want to see pain and sacrifices, and basically he wanted to be achieving his materialistic dreams on earth. So that's the reason why he was not ready to actually follow me. But I believe that there will be a day where we both will have our soul mission, because I am also told that if you meet your twin flame, right, you actually have a soul mission together, and y'all will meet only when your energies are balanced. So currently our energies are not balanced because he wants to complete his dreams, and so do I. So I feel that it's not a timing yet, but yes, there will be the time where maybe we'll meet again or maybe not, because they also say that your twin flame comes in for a while and gives you that completeness, and makes you into union with your own self, so that you can move forward in your journey. And it's not necessary, they might not even come back. And another, to my experience, is also my friends, right? They are married to their twin flame, but the twin flame has passed on. So, but obviously they're connected, in the 5D, and in the in the 5D they are connected, and they are also very soulfully very close. You can feel him in you because he's you, right? And for some, they have not even met their twin flame, so they don't really know what is a twin flame, but the feeling of a physical twin flame, but they are connected to their twin flame divinely. So that's my actually knowledge on twin flames.
That's amazing. And what have you really, you're at that energetic vibration where you've really started to create the life of your dreams. What do you visualize for the future of it all?
So what I realized is, as I was doing my healing and stuff, I realized that I have dreams too. And some of the dreams I have completed is my mother's dream. But what about mine? You know? So dancing is actually my mother's passion.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought it into the world, being more on fitness-based exercise workouts. But then after coming to the Twin Flame mission, I got more connected to my soul, and I felt that dancing can be done soulfully, by balancing energies. So the way we do meditation, right? The same way there are many people who don't like to meditate. They feel that they can't focus while meditation, and they feel that they can't actually have the time for meditation, because it's not so fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, why make it different? Why stick to the norms? Let's change it. Well, let's dance and balance our energies, and also that is your prayer, that is your meditation.
That's amazing.
So that's what I'm spreading across the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my own website. It's www.dynamicdreams1111.com.
That's amazing.
And the dreams is with a Z. So it's an amazing website. I hope who watches my video, you will view the website. And if you want to dance soulfully, please join me, because I am virtually dancing online.
Oh, that's amazing. So
yes, with everyone.
Okay.
Everyone can come all around the world. And that's my mission. I want to spread dance soulfully.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, I also want to heal people, to connect to themselves by going deeper into their soul mission, to figure out what is their soul mission, so that they can carry forward their soul contract, rather than forgetting who they are and what is their existence. And also, not only that, I want them to experience the rise of their kundalini,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can balance their chakras, and also open up the chakras and go deeper. Yes.
Beautiful.
And obviously, tarot card reading,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously being a twin flame consultant because of my own journey.
Mm-hmm.
And also to fulfill with all this, I want to fulfill my dreams materialistically also, by manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's two ways of achieving your materialistic dreams. One is you manifest, the other one is you work hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know, after doing so much of energy wastage, how are you actually going to reach there? Because I think by the time you reach there, it is going to be a very tough journey, and you yourself will realize that you need God's help.
Yes. And you also do modeling as well. You have a
Yes.
Diwali festival that you're going to be promoting a line.
Yes. So basically, I'm going to showcase a brand, Shobha Creations, and for their modeling assignment, to showcase their outfits. And because since our festive season is coming up, and I want to showcase what Indian beauty will be, and I want to be that role model, and I want to empower women and men that they should not lose their confidence. A model can be anyone. It's not necessary to be, very skinny, thin, pencil-like figure. A model can be a role model. A model can be someone who can empower the world and make the world a better place,
Mm-hmm.
a better future. And also remind that a model is not only to empower, also it's also about confidence. Because no matter what is your size, it's the confidence that matters.
It's that energy behind it, right? You
Yes.
can have people of all different shapes and sizes, but if they
Yes.
have that energy, that love for themselves, it shines right
Yeah.
through.
Exactly.
Mm. And then, would you have any wise words of advice for people going through this twin flame journey? Because in the beginning, it can be very overwhelming.
Well, all I would say is it's a journey that you need to experience the pain. It is a painful journey. And during this painful journey, you will feel that you are in the darkest nights of your, moments of your life. But don't give up hope. In fact, when you feel low, all you can do is just on the music and start dancing and forget about crying. But if you have to cry, then cry it out because releasing is very, very important. And after that, after finish crying, on the music and dance again. So even if you're in separation with your twin flame, it doesn't matter. Just be happy. Because the more you be happy, you are raising your vibrations. And the more you raise your vibrations, you're attracting your twin flame back to you. And not only that, your twin flame is someone that will move forward in life and he will grow and he will empower himself and he will love himself only if you move forward because the divine feminine is the one that has to guide him. Yeah. And you need to take that leadership journey by empowering yourself and telling yourself that listen, I have to do good for the world. I need to empower people. So the more you empower people, you are in your you're standing in your ground. And the more you do that, you are also empowering the collective.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
We're all connected, right? We are all a piece of this whole.
Correct.
So thank you so much for sharing your story. And I look forward to adding in video of what you do, your dancing. And
sure.
I look forward to joining you soon on that.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's really a great, feeling really amazing.
It really is.
Feeling really amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
ਮੁਟਿਆਰ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਤੁਰਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਸੱਪਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਵੇ ਦੂਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਖੱਪਾਂ ਤੋਂ